Hi guys, I'm Danielle Williams and I'm going to talk to you today about my research proposal with strength-based approaches with minority girls. So when I started doing my research, I was very much interested in the population that I'm currently having my internship, which is mainly adolescent girls and young women. And I wanted to kind of focus on strength-based approach with minority girls because that's basically what I see. A lot of black and brown women inside CPS and at my internship at the ECC. So basically, when I was doing some research, I just kind of looked at a lot of positive psychology influences and strength-based approaches that could help kind of promote young girls' self-efficacy and overall positive self-image of themselves. So my intervention plan when doing this, I during our intake session, both during CPS and at the ECC, kind of the last question that I always ask is, what does the client identify as their strengths? And it was really shocking to me. Every time I asked these girls, none of them knew any strengths to say about themselves, which sitting with them for 20 minutes, instantly I could see how resilient and strong and brave these girls were. Um, so after they struggled to identify their strengths, normally about the fifth or sixth session, I would ask them to identify their strengths again and how could we incorporate that in a narrative story describing it. Like I wonder what I would often say is I wonder a time that you've shown that you were brave or you were strong or you could overcome something, and they were always able to identify a strength within that story. So after doing this research and realizing some of the strengths, I found that it really instilled hope, which is the main core foundation of counseling in all of my students and these girls that I see. They were able to become more empowered, self-aware of what they were able to pull and draw strength from, whether it be themselves and other people. And they were also to kind of have more kind of tangible and attainable goals and be motivated to work towards their goals and be integrative parts in their own treatment. Um, so a lot of times, I found that it incorporated positive meaning making, and what I'm kind of operationally defining that is when girls would identify, wow, I really had a strength in this one area. What's something else that I could apply that to? So it was just overall more positive um, idea or concept of even what being resilient or overcoming something was. They were able to see that as a positive and no longer a negative. And from that as well, this also promoted clients to be able to balance their strengths and their problems. Oftentimes, they would identify their problem as being a limitation when it was actually a strength. And they were able to kind of use, when they were storytelling, use metaphors and access those strengths and apply that in like a tangible kind of metaphoric way, which I thought was really cool. And it just overall promoted resiliency in these girls and just generalization of strengths and how they could be applied in other aspects of their life as well.